In this video, we're going to focus on how we can add on the Y skill a $sign symbol, and of course, making sure that the tooltip will align nicely with a $sign on the tooltip. So to add the USD sign, what we need to do here, first of all, is make sure we get the boiler template, which you can find here on chartjs3.com getting started. Once you're on here, copy this chunk of code and you're good to go. Next, if you want to get the source code of this video and many others, check out my Patreon page, and of course, got a question, put it on Discord. All these links are in the description box. So the first thing we're going to do here is starting to create the default local, which would indicate what is the language or the sign we want to use, or the currency symbol we want to use. So we're going to say here local, and we're going to say this is English, and we're going to say US. So we have the same structure of that, the numbering format. Everything will be in this recognized pattern. So now we have that. What we want to do here is go into the Y scale and start to go into the ticks, because we need to have our Y scale now with a $sign. So in here, I'm going to say callback. And then in here, we're going to put in 3 values. One can be the value, which is basically the number, the index, and all the values, but I will not use the last 2, so we can even ignore those. So then, what I want to do here is I want to return basically the new value with the USD currency sign. So we say return new, and then we say international, there's a number format, and the number format will be as well English-US, and comma, we're going to put it in here, and then what we're going to say here is the style. We're going to indicate a currency. Say currency as our object. So now we have assigned a currency object, so we can use that here. We can use now here the specific code. In this case, USD is a recognized code of the international number format. So make sure you grab that one, so we get the USD symbol, and we can say here, oh, we don't want that, put a comma, and then we can say here maximum significant digits, and it will be equal to 3. So once we did that, we can say a dot format, and then we're going to grab here the value, which is in this case the value of the ticks. Let's grab that, put it in here, save, refresh, and as you can see here, now we have created a $, symbol here. However, what about the tooltip? The tooltip needs to be matched along. So what we're going to do here, after the skills object, we say comma, we're going to say plugins, then we're going to say here tooltip, and then in the tooltip here, we're going to say callbacks. Basically, we're going to use a very similar structure, or almost as similar as possible, but here callbacks is with an S instead of no S. Pay attention to that. So then what I want to do here, we want to say here, we're going to go into the label. And in the label, so basically the label is the tooltip. We have here this part, which is the body. We have the color box, and we have the label, which is the weekly sales, etc., etc. So it consists of the title and the number. I just want to extract the number. I will remove the weekly sales. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say here, this will be here the context, function error expression. Then what we're going to do here is do a console log for this. So from the context here, we have this context. Let me just show you what this does. So say here the context, save that, refresh, open up the developer tab, and if I hover over it, you can see we get a lot of information. And basically what I need here is in the data set, we just need the label, or well, we don't even need the label. I guess we can just use the value itself, which is basically here parse X, or sorry, parse Y or raw, one or the other. In this case, I'll just get parse Y, so we are remembering that this is from the Y scale. So we're going to say here parse.y, because that is the value eventually that I want to extract. And I'm saying Y scale, but I mean specifically the value here. So this Tuesday here, that should be parse Y, because that's the Y value of the bar, not the scale, my bad. So that's the value. So what I want to do now is, well, let's call this our label then, or this can be a label. Let's say a let value label. Let's make it like that, but I'm going to use hoisting for it. So I want to assign a value. We're going to check first if this parse y value exists, or if it's not a null. So say if parse y is not equal to the value of null. Alright, let's see, we have everything here. You can see this needs to be like that. So there we are. If that is the case, what I want to do, I want to create a new label. And this new label will be, or I want to give the value of the label with new international number format, almost saying here. I'll just grab all of this here. The international number format. And this will be again the English US structure. Then we're going to say here, and here can be the style, I guess the same structure. Let's copy all of that, put it in here. And there we are. Everything else we can leave as it is. And then we can say here for the format, copy. And then this format will get what value exactly. Because here we had the value that was related to this. But now we have this parse y as the value. So we put that parse y in here. So this could be maybe a constant of value. That would be even better. Constant value equals the content parse y. Then we can say this will be here. And then this can be reassigned here. Save. And then once we did that, we're not done yet because this is only if statement. Once we did all of this, we want to say return this new label. Save, refresh, and now if you hover over it, as you can see here, we get this. If you don't want it, we could put a text in here as well, or we could say here backtick, and you could put maybe a new value in here because this is a template literals. We could say here stock value, save that, refresh. And now we have some text in here, and you can put any text you want in there. And that's it.